Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat and old Jay Zawoski.
I can't even deny it anymore.
No, you can't.
I'm not going to fight you on it because it's true. And this is like, I always judge my age by sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, well, I'm still younger than most hockey players.
You're
and
younger than Tom Brady.
I'm still younger than guys who are playing, and that's not even a thing anymore. Like I'm 45. That is officially, I like to say, like, if I died, people would be like, oh, that's kind of soon.
I feel like kind of soon versus that's way too soon.
Right.
Like, I feel like 55 is like the,
okay.
People die at like 50. Or maybe it's 50. It's like, I think you got a little while for that.
All right. Well, good. I guess that makes me feel somewhat better. Follow us on social media at I'm Fat Pod. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We've got our I'm Fat Podcast Friends page. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Facebook. That's a lot of fun. The fan page. Lots of good stuff in there. Merch. I'mFatMerch.com. Tons of people have been buying merch from TeePublic via our link. If you've got some holiday shopping to do at TeePublic, it doesn't have to be I'm Fat Podcast merch. Anything you need to buy there, go to I'mFatMerch.com. It will just redirect you using our referral link and shop like crazy, and we get a little bit of a kickback. Thank you for the bike cracky there.
Yes.
What else? We got the voicemail line 708-858-3314. Don't forget to use that like you did this week. And the email imfatpod@gmail.com. If you've got some comments or questions, feel free to hit them up in the chat today. That'd be helpful because in Ask a Fat, I think we have 2 emails and no voicemails. So Ask a Fat will be short.
Also, make sure to call Jay old in the chat.
Yes.
Just when you're checking in, don't say, hey, I'm here. Say, hey, Jay, you're old.
You know what, Rick? I hate to do this. And sometimes you walk away during the podcast and do stuff.
Yes.
I'm going to go open my window because it's hot in here.
Okay.
All right. I'll put the interlude music on for you again.
Okay. All right. Well, I might as well just take a sip of water then.
All right, I'm back. Fortunately, the window is very, very close.
That's good.
It is. I've talked to you about my my basement where in the summer it's 30 degrees.
Yes.
In the winter it's 90.
Nice.
So if you're trying to escape the outdoor extremes, just come to my basement. But if you're down here for an extended period of time, it's tough.
So old man Zawoski is inviting people to his basement.
Yeah, I guess so.
Your evolution into Herbert from Family Guy is almost complete.
Yeah, I still have all my teeth as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, Rick, yesterday it was good to see you. I got to meet Sam.
Yep.
Which was great. We had a little birthday party at Galloping Ghost in Brookfield, which I'm bad at having ideas for my own birthday.
Yeah.
Hope's always like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know, just get together with friends, whatever. But finally, like, we'd been going to the batting cages there in Lyons at Stella's. It's a good place, great batting cage, good food there, everything. But we keep driving past Galloping Ghost. I'm like, okay, make a note. That's what I'm going to do for my birthday. It is literally the world's biggest arcade. And I had seen that advertised before, right? And I'm like, okay, is that true? Went in there. If you've never been, the place never ends.
Seriously.
It's like room. And every room has 150 arcades, maybe. It was crazy. Like any game you could imagine. In the history of gaming,
yes,
was
whether it should still be a game or not, it is still there.
Well, maybe you're talking about video game classics like Arabian Fight. That's one of the
Yes,
games
it
they had at
is.
Galloping Ghost.
Yes.
I enjoyed that one.
Yes.
And also, who could forget other classics like, as they work to share screen thing here. Where's the other one?
Okay.
Xenophobe.
Oh.
Everyone's favorite video game, Xenophobe, now known as Twitter.
As one of our friends pointed out, the high score has to be Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Definitely. And my other favorite, and modeling here, our buddy Mike, our video editor, Guardians of the Hood.
Yeah.
And Micah standing by, guarding the hood as he does. Man, that place is awesome, though. I had so much fun there, despite some of the problematic video games made in the 80s and 90s. I was looking for, so my favorites are the NHL Open Ice, the 2-on-2, which is like the NBA Jam hockey. They've got that. NBA Jam, which I grew frustrated with.
Yeah.
Because Gary Payton was missing layups.
Yeah, that's rough.
I always go Payton and Kemp. That's my combo. And
I don't blame you. It's a great one.
And then the other one is WrestleFest, which is one of my favorites. But the one I fell in love with was Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. Yeah,
you were like, I felt like every time I was looking around, you were there.
I played like 5 or 6 full games of that.
Nice.
I won every one of them, just, in case anyone's wondering. But yeah, I get the nostalgia saying like, okay, when was this game released? And you're looking at the rosters trying to figure out exactly when, like, okay, what era of the Blackhawks was this? And it was not a great one, but it could have been worse. So yeah, it was a great time. I said to Hope as we left, like, that's the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And it was, if you've never been, again, in Brookfield on Ogden, it's $25 to get in, which is a little bit pricey if you're going for a short time, which I kind of almost at the last minute was like, are we asking too much of our friends to come here? And Hope's like, no, just if they can't come, they won't come, and they'll come over for pizza. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, but it's $25 and then that's it. You're in and you can play from open to close, and they close at like midnight. You could literally be there.
It was 2, I thought.
Was it 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
So you could be there for 14 hours if you wanted to and play
and still not play everything.
Oh, there's no chance. But what I liked about that was, I'm going to try this game. This game kind of sucks. Okay, I'm going to walk away from this game. I don't feel too invested.
Oh, it was an ADD paradise.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And Hope points out that the Michael Jackson Moonwalker game, where you do sweet dance moves with your pet monkey to rescue children, children in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Yeah, I used to play that. Maybe that was on Genesis. I feel like that had a
sounds about right.
Yeah. I know it was tough. And you used to throw your hat at people. I think that was the weapon. You would throw like your fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played. See, it was kind of tough because Sam and I wanted to play stuff together, but she doesn't know, like, literally does not know sports. So we attempted to play Blitz. I had fun and also really rusty at playing Blitz because it's been forever.
Yeah.
I went over and looked at NBA Jam, but I didn't want to put her through that again, so we didn't play that. We played
Blitz.
What's up?
Were you teammates in Blitz?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And what was the other thing? Oh, we played Die Hard for a while.
Yeah, I saw that. Never got to play it. How was it?
I don't quite get the whole play. It was literally just like move from room to room, and you're just like beating people up, and there's like different weapons all over. But it was like, I don't need any more than that. It was great. So like it was like you don't need to be skilled enough. Like it's almost like Smash Brothers, to where it's like you don't really need to be skilled or truly know how to do everything to be able to get along.
Yeah,
just do your part.
Right.
So I still had fun with it.
Walking by it had like that Tekken look to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe it rotated some, and it was and it was like the very pixelated.
Yes. Very pixelated Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah. I should have played that one. I just got I find the ones I love, and I just spend time playing them. So me and Micah played Simpsons for probably a half hour. I was Marge and he was Bart because the Homer button wasn't working for whatever reason. But yeah, that place is really cool.
Yeah. Could you imagine what their electric bill is?
Oh my God. It's crazy. And so a couple things I think about that. Like, so if they're charging, like, how do you afford all that? to find all these vintage games and keep them up and running. There was one guy working there, by the way, when we were there. As far as I could tell, there was one person working there. They've also got a shop down the street where they'll like put ROMs on your computer. Like, so if you want arcade games on your computer, they can do it for you.
Oh,
I also saw like further west on Ogden, there was Galloping Ghost Auto Body Repair.
Yes, I saw that.
So I don't know if they're all related or what. But I mean, you're thinking how much there had to be at least 500 games in there, at least.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a whole other pinball room we didn't even get to.
That's crazy. I would have probably spent time in the pinball room.
Yeah, that didn't open till 3, and then it was an
Okay.
extra $5 to get in the pinball room.
Yeah.
But I it was like I didn't have time.
Yeah, there was so much stuff. Like there was, and even like of the classics, there were multiple versions of each one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, okay, I saw multiple Mortal Kombats, I saw multiple Street Fighters, I saw multiple Pac-Mans, like all that type of stuff.
Yes.
Just like there were multiples of everything. It was incredible.
There was nothing I could think of that wasn't there. Like,
yeah, there was even a Frogger was one of the last things that we saw. Frogger was like all the way in the back.
And they had original Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw, remember the Arch Rivals basketball, which is like you could punch the other team.
Yes.
And then
it was basically like Blitz.
And now I played it yesterday and I'm blanking on the name of the hockey one, but it's like the same idea, but hockey.
Yeah.
They had everything at Narc where you could shoot people and they would explode. Like their arms and legs would be all over the place.
Double dribble was there.
With the dribble button.
Yes, where you have to hit the button to dribble.
Yes.
So difficult. I played like 1/4 of that and I was like, screw this.
Yeah, I'm done. It's too complicated.
Yeah.
No, it was a great time. Go check it out. Galloping Ghost on Ogden in Brookfield.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. Just get a group of people together and just say, hey, we're going to spend 3-4 hours here. And then it becomes worth it.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
If you were at Dave and Buster's for 3 or 4 hours, it would be way more than $25.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was great. It was a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we headed back to my place and we got Aurelio's pizza. Did you try the spinach, tomato, and garlic?
I did. I did try it. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Am I going to choose it? Probably not, but it was pretty good.
That's my go-to at Aurelio's. I don't know why. It's just like the flavor profile really works for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest Aurelio's pizza fan in the world. I don't dislike it, but on my list of favorites, it's like
you need to have a taste for it.
Yeah, it's very specific. And I think if it's the place you grew up with, you love it. But I did not grow up with that. So it is a bit different. But that's the one I found that was really, really awesome there that I get every time we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best part of the birthday meal at my house was the char-cake-erie tray.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it was.
It was a cutting board.
Yeah.
And I didn't take a picture of this because I'm an idiot. Hope, if you took a picture, text me.
Well, I mean, I didn't take a picture either. I was there.
We went to Nothing Bundt Cakes, and they had peppermint chocolate, like, candy cane chocolate cakes, and we got the lemon ones. And then there were chocolate chip cookies, and there were holiday cookies that Addie had made. What else is on there? Is that it? Was there more than that? I think that was everything. You
said the chocolate, the like giant chocolate chip cookies, which were delicious.
Yeah, those were made by Micah and Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Leah, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And that everything was great. So this big tray comes out with all the cake and cookies on it. That was good. There was very little of that left by the end of the night, and everybody was kind of picking at it.
Yep.
Like, let me just take some frosting. Let me just take some.
Yeah. And then what was it like? Felt like 10 minutes before everybody left. I was like, oh, look, a whole cookie that is still sitting there that I did my damnedest to not take at an inappropriate time and give everybody the appropriate leeway to have their second cookie or part of or whatever.
Yeah,
took it.
You'll learn though that I think you're learning that in my group of friends that there's no like politeness. We're just like,
oh, there's no shame.
Walk in the door, grab what you want. Don't.
Yeah.
Like, Sarah was like going through my pantry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and we don't even bat an eye at it. We just that's how we do it. Sorry.
There you go.
It was a great time, and I'm really glad I did not expect you to come over.
Oh, okay.
I was very happy that you did, and I got a little bit. And Sam is just lovely. She's great. I really like her. And my we allowed to talk about with you're kind of Rick at one point gives me a look. Sam had left the table
Oh yeah.
and Rick gives me a look like, I'm like,
Mhm.
what are you talking about? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And he gives like the head nod, like, what do you think? What do you think? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I think I said
Yeah.
she's terrible. He's the worst person I ever met in my life.
Yeah. I even did the I did the thumbs
Yeah,
up.
you did the thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah. So much. I like Sam so much that I didn't even know what you were asking me.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you ask such a stupid question about a person so lovely? No, she's great.
Yes.
And the fact that she was able to hang with with us on a night where beverages were being consumed.
Yeah, that was like maybe not quite the nth degree version of everybody, but it was pretty close.
That was you got the full view.
Yeah.
So just let her know it doesn't get worse than that.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a lot for someone who's never met, and you barely know them.
Yeah.
For someone to come in and meet 4 people she's never met before, and I'm sure she was kind of feeling like I'm being a little bit like evaluated here, which she was not, by the way.
Right.
But I'm sure she was feeling that way.
Mhm.
That's a very awkward situation, and she was great.
Yes.
She's lovely.
Also, the drinks probably didn't hurt too.
No, that was helpful.
Yes.
That was helpful. Yeah. So no, she was absolutely wonderful, and I loved her. And good job. And if I had to choose between her and you, I would choose her.
Good call.
Yeah.
Much better to look at than me.
Hey, speaking of making good choices, Frato's Culinary Kitchen. Last week, we told you guys about the pre-order deal. And thank you, Fats, for stepping up and taking advantage. I got an email from Michael from Frato's this week saying, we have not had a pre-order go that well in a decade.
Nice.
So thank you to the Fats for taking advantage of that deal and letting them know you heard about it here on the I'm Fat podcast. If you missed out, fear not. You can still save with your online order at fratospizza.com. Just use the promo code I'm Fat, all caps, no spaces, IMFAT, and place your order. You'll save 10% every time you go to Frato's. Every time. It's not just a one-time thing that burns off after you use it. You can save 10% every time. So if you want to do the math, every 10th time you go, it's free. Theoretically. Right?
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. Try the I'm Fat burger, the I'm Fat pizza, the I'm Fat grilled cheese, the giant mozzarella sticks, the Cajun bites, the wonderful burgers and food and everything they've got at Frato's. You will love it. Russ Schneider, our guy, says the dinner from Frato's was great. It looked absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it did.
Lots of people really satisfied with it. So thank you for showing your support to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate it. Visit them, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. The promo code is good at fratospizza.com. They've also got their online bakery, fratosbakery.com. Still, are we saying still the best cookies on earth?
Probably, yeah.
So,
yeah.
We've had crumble, and it's good, and it's impressive, but I still think fratosbakery.com has the best cookies I've ever had. So jump on that. No, the promo code does not work at the bakery. It only works at fratospizza.com.
Right.
But go to the bakery anyway. You can order like 2 pounds of cookies for the holidays. It's wonderful. It is a can't miss total win. If you're looking for that extra little thing, maybe for your mother-in-law, your mom, whoever, fratosbakery.com. Go look at what they've got there, and you will knock it out of the park. And every cookie is individually wrapped, so they don't like go bad after 2 days. They last and last and last. It's absolutely wonderful. FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com.
Or you get a lot of the cookies for one person, and then that counts as the present.
That's
not
true.
Just a little side thing. Get a lot of them.
Yeah. And our buddy Russ says the brownies are amazing too.
Mm-hmm.
I've not tried the brownies yet.
I haven't either.
I'm gonna have to remedy that situation.
Oh no, might just have to go to Frato's.
Damn
Twist
it.
my arm.
Oh well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And Charlie the Baking Guy says, would they ship to Michigan? I believe they would. Hit them up, FratosBakery.com. I got to see Charlie the Baking Guy this week at the Hawks game, and he gave me a Charlie the Baking Guy hat, and I left it in my car. So
what
I'll have it next week. I know I'm a dick.
I've got mine sitting around. God, I'm moving a lot of things around, so it's in one of the piles of things.
Good for you.
Yes, definitely not bad. Oh wait, I have the Yes, I have the stocking cap right here.
Ah, there you go. See,
Yes,
beautiful.
works really well when I'm working on at a soldier field. So
Yeah,
definitely does the job.
they got to find a zoom in on you on the sideline.
No, they don't. Well, actually, it'd be tough for them to do that because I'm like, when you're from the field perspective, I'm behind the cart.
Okay.
So it's a little tough. Like I'm basically on the wall against where like the front row is.
Okay.
On the
I look
home
for you
side.
all the time, but I've yet to see you.
It's because like you never even see the cart really. And
Yeah.
I'm behind that. So I'm set way far back. So I'd be surprised if I ever made it on screen.
Can you see the game at all?
It's tough because of all the players. Players are kind of big, so they're in the way. But depending on where we are on the field, I can get a decent view. Or I'll just. Can I see what?
Can you like watch it on the scoreboard?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I do more often than not.
Cool. That's got to be frustrating to be there and not be able to see it.
A little bit. Yeah, there, but you do get to see, some of the little stuff, or you get to hear the conversations they're having, like the position coaches are having on the bench.
Oh, that's cool.
So that part's pretty cool, especially like the O-line and D-line coaches that are like talking through like actual schemes for all of them. So I do like that part.
Awesome.
So was it Friday? Yeah, I think Friday. Sam had the idea we went to go see a movie, and ended up being they were at what was it? The Marcus Theater in Addison.
Okay.
They had the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was like $5. So we're like, yeah, let's do that. Go out to dinner. So for one thing, I hadn't seen that version of The Grinch in a while, and just like, still funny. It's still great.
Do you know the girl from The Grinch is like a heavy metal singer now? Really? Yeah, Taylor Momsen is her name. I'm gonna pull up a picture here, see if I can as I
on the fly.
Yeah. Oh, come on, People Magazine. Ooh, Janet Jackson on tour with Ludacris. That'd be fun.
Sure.
All right, here I got it. Share. Old man works internet. Here we go.
Share ye old tab.
There she is. There's Cindy Lou.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you can see it. It's
not ugly.
No, not ugly.
Anyway, how was the experience?
It was great. And then afterwards, we went to La Hacienda de los Fernandez. It's
love that place.
Yes. Hadn't been there. So went there, and I was actually smart for the sake of the podcast. I got one of the like combo platters where you can get like smaller portions of a few different things.
Smart.
And had a big old margarita. So that was definitely good. I got the combination dose, which was a mini beef burrito, it's a combo platter.
Okay. Fine.
That's kind of meant for normies normally. A beef enchilada and a steak taco.
All right.
It was awesome.
I love that place. I haven't been.
So good, man.
It's been a long time. I'm never out that way. Me and Ranji went there actually after this is how long ago it was. A Score sales guy passed away at like age 27. Wow. Jeff Rayfelt was his name. Huh. And we went there after his wake. And I think that's the last time I'd been there. But I'd been there they were a big Score sponsor for a long time.
Yeah.
So we went there often. And boy, that place is wonderful.
So good, man.
Good margs and stuff. Did you have any cocktails or anything?
I got like the standard. They have like a million different types of margs. But I just kind of went standard. But just like hit the spot, like exactly what you want, considering the food, like, and just like the cheese over, just like, man, that I hadn't had a good enchilada in a while. Like, man, it just like really hit the spot.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that place. What did Sam get? Do you remember?
She got fajitas. She got chicken fajitas. And positive reports on that as well.
Yeah. The best part about fajitas is when you order them and everyone in the restaurant is envious when your food comes out.
Yep. 100%.
It's like Miss America walks through the restaurant. Everyone's like, whoa.
It was literally Chili's business model for a while.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah. But man, every time in a restaurant, I'm like, order whatever. I'm like, and then here they come. I'm like, I should have gotten fajitas. They get every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
Like break their necks looking for them.
Yeah.
As
No,
they come out. Yeah.
I want to go back to that place. It was so good. Like, man, we are lucky that there's so much good Mexican food around here. Like, it is hard to go wrong.
Well, funny that you mentioned that. Friday night. Wait. Or Saturday. I don't forget. I don't know what day it is anymore. We went to see Lion King this weekend.
Yeah.
And first of all, I think there's only a few weeks left to see Lion King. But dude, oh my God, what an unbelievable production. I'm not going to spoil it, but some of the things they're able to pull off.
Wait, are you telling me Mufasa might die?
I'm not. I can spoil the plot.
Okay.
If you don't know the plot of Lion King by now, I don't know how to help you. But like the way they pulled off the visuals,
yeah.
Like I'll just spoil one thing. At one point, a whole ass elephant comes up the stairs of the stage and makes its way onto the stage.
Wow.
It's incredible. The production was absolutely unbelievable. The music, of course, is great. Everybody knows the music from Lion King. It was wonderful. But before that, we were looking for somewhere to go and just kind of like on a whim, like just Googling some stuff. And I found Taqueria Jarabe, 1104 West Taylor Street. And this is kind of like
R.I.P. Jarabe.
Yes. It's Jarabe with a J, by the way. J-A-R-A-B. And didn't really know what to expect. Looked good. And it's very close to where I work.
Yeah.
And this food was great. I got, which is what I always get when I go to a place. I got my steak burrito. It's called the Tex-Mex style. So it was like rice, beans, corn, salsa. Here's why I got it. Their carne asada is marinated in Mexican Coke and lime. Oh, I think I lost Rick there for a second. He'll be back. But yeah, Mexican Coke and lime was used to marinate the steak, which was absolutely amazing. And I'm kind of like a stickler for steak when you go to a Mexican place because, like Rick said, we're in Chicago. There's so many great places. Like you should be able to get that right. You got to be able to get steak right in a Mexican place in Chicago. And they absolutely did it. Rick, I don't know if you heard me. The steak is marinated in Mexican Coke and lime.
That was the last thing I heard before I refreshed.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Dude, it was so good. And like I said, I'm a bit of a stickler for steak. Like you got to get it right.
Yeah.
And they knocked it out of the park. And here's the thing. I think there was a little bit of sour cream in my burrito. I think I might have missed it on the menu.
And you didn't hate it?
I didn't even notice it because it was not like a lot of places are like, oh, you want sour cream? Blop. Like here's a glob of sour cream. This was like maybe just a little stripe of it. So I did taste it a little bit and I didn't dislike it, but I still think I'm not going to opt for it because so many places are just egregious with it.
Yeah, they are. I get that part of it because even as someone who is good with,
I think I lost Rick again. Rick having internet issues. We'll get that resolved. This is what happens when we're live. See, I can't edit this stuff out when we're like I usually do. We just got to keep going until Rick's back. Let's see if he's with us now.
Yeah.
There you go. I got you back.
God forbid I tried to bring up the emails.
Oh, well, there you go. That'll do it. That'll do it every time.
Pretty much.
So yeah, it was great. And then we also got the queso fundido, but they were actually out of chorizo. So they're like, what we do usually is we'll put poblano in it. So you can see there on the page, it's like the right side of that, like the oval, and it's like it was almost like you had to cut the cheese, so to speak. Like you really had to like cut pieces of it off because it was so thick and so melted. Great guac, great tomatoes. And then I'm an idiot. It came with tortilla chips, and then underneath was a little foil bag of tortillas. And I didn't even use them. I didn't know they were there. I thought the foil was under there to like keep the tortilla chips warm. Yeah. So we finished the tortilla chips, and then I like tapping on that foil. I'm like, wait a minute, this is warm. And I open up, and there's 3 tortillas in there. So I literally just took a tortilla, put salsa in it, and ate it.
That's fine.
Addie got a
Also roll
quesadilla.
up. Yeah.
It's called the machete quesadilla.
Okay.
So I got a picture of that coming up. I guess I don't have a picture of that. See, boy, producing on the fly. And here's hope. She got 3 tacos. She got the fish taco, which is the one on the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Beautifully like beer batter breaded. Wonderful. And then she always gets the al pastor. That's her favorite. You can see the pineapple on there in the middle. And then the other one was like a summer squash. Not my thing at all, but a summer squash taco. So like there was no meat in it. It was like just vegetables marinated. She said that was the best of the 3.
Those look good, even if I might not be here for the squash. I think Russ brings up a good question in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The marinated in Mexican Coca-Cola or Mexican Coke?
Yeah, it was Coca-Cola.
Okay.
I thought it was cocaine. Then I was like, well, this would be fun to see Lion King on cocaine. But then it just happened to be regular Coke. So that was, anyway.
Would cocaine be the best to see Lion King on?
I would. Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Would be the best thing.
I would think so.
Next time.
Okay.
So yeah, check them out. Taqueria Harabe, 1104 West Taylor Street. I believe there are other locations. I think there's one on Harrison.
Okay.
As well, but that's the one we went to, and it was awesome. Absolutely loved it. And I will say the only complaint I have is they don't have any liquor at all. So there's no beer, no cocktails. So if you're looking to go out and like start your night, just have that expectation. But they had hibiscus lemonade.
Ooh, okay.
My God. So when we went on our honeymoon to Puerto Vallarta, this hibiscus, it's like agua de Jamaica is what it's called, and it's hibiscus juice.
Yeah. Saw him yesterday.
What?
We saw him yesterday.
Yes, Jamaica. Hi, Micah. Yeah. And I've been chasing that for years because not a lot of places around here have that.
Yeah.
Well, Taqueria Harabe has it. It's mixed with lemonade, and it was fantastic. So I love finding new places, and this place was great, and it's so close to CHGO that it's almost dangerous. And like the entrees were like $10.
Really?
We got an app. I had a Coke, and then I had a hibiscus lemonade. Addie had hibiscus lemonade. Hope had a drink, and we all had big entrees, and it was like $50.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was
not bad at all.
It was great. So I cannot recommend it more. Cool little decor, and it's in one of those places where you walk down the street and then you like walk down into the place.
Okay,
you know, it was cool. It had a really cool vibe. We walked in and there was like a 12-year-old boy at the counter.
Okay,
and I'm like, he's like, let me go get my mom. Okay, so family-owned place. It was awesome. Cool. So yeah, go check them out. Taqueria Harabe.
Can I give a quick Gnarly Knots update?
Yeah. Oh, please do. Yes.
Still busy.
Yeah.
Still very busy. I went there Saturday after I finished my article when I was about to go over to my mom's, and I'm like, okay, perfect. I will pick up and some of the stuffed ones have been moved to specials.
Oh,
so
yeah,
right. The cookie dough was a special. So I'm like, cool. I will get a lunch one and a dessert one. So I was going to get the triple cheese for lunch and the cookie dough for my dessert. And I'm like, okay, cool. And of course they'll both be gone by the time I get to my mom's because me. And, and I take a step inside and I was kind of in a rush because I was running late and almost ran into somebody because the line was still almost to the door.
Wow.
It is. And this was like 1:45 on a Saturday.
Okay.
So
that's better.
Yeah.
Than it had been. Because what day did we went on a weekday, I think. When it's 3 of us. Oh no, it couldn't have been because Addie was with us. So
yeah, no, it was a Saturday, I think.
But the line was like down the block.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's not that bad now. It's contained within the store, but it's still, and like they churn through people fairly quickly, but I was just running late, so I didn't end up staying. But
you've got to get like the VIP treatment. You need to go in there and be like, hi, I'm Rick Camp of the I'm Fat podcast. I need special access.
Yeah, I need
you like order and pick up.
I think I could. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's probably what I should have done.
That might be the move.
Also, their merch is actually pretty cool looking.
It's very wearable merch.
It is very wearable merch. So I would have if I wore hats, I would probably get one of their hats.
Yeah.
Because it's like they have the pretzel more like off to one of the sides, and they have like some design off of it. But it's actually pretty nice, and like the selection of colors they have for like shirts, like kind of like a red, similar, probably closer to mine that it looks like on the screen right now if you're watching on the YouTubes. And then like a nice, like kind of deep, like a bluish and like a dark, like little darker than olive green type thing. Like there's good options there.
Nice.
So if you want merch with a pretzel on it from a place that's really damn good, it's a good option.
Yeah, and if you want I'm Fat Podcast merch, I'mFatMerch.com. Do that
right.
too. Yeah, good stuff. Hey, go visit our friends at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street. Rick, I do rave about modern technology.
Yes, you
on
do.
my new CX-30, but I will say, you could stop reminding me I'm late for an oil change. It's like a constant, like, hey, go get an oil change, dummy.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I could probably turn that off. But
Probably.
it is actually good that it reminds me, though, because I always remember where Homer Simpson had his check engine light go off and he just put a piece of tape over it and he was like, that was me. So I'm glad.
Yeah, you didn't have that problem in your first car, a Skylark.
No, exactly. Go visit them, 8910 West 159th Street, Mazda of Orland Park.com. Drove by the other day on my way out that way, and they got a ton of cars on the lot. Nice. I know it's been tough with the the delays and getting things shipped overseas and all those things. But they look fully stocked now. So go check out. I got the CX-30, the 2022. We got a 2015 CX-5 as well. And that brand new CX-50 just looks awesome. That might be my next move when it's time to buy a car again in 3 or 4 years. So go check that out and go tell them that we sent you. Ask for Eric Vates. He's the manager. He's the guy. Tell them you heard about them on the I'm Fat podcast. Go test drive a Mazda and you will be a Mazda customer for life, as I am. It's really, really good stuff.
Yes.
Charlie is mad at me because I left the merch in my car. I was a late night. I saw Charlie at the Hawks game. He gave me the hat. Then I have to leave as soon as the second intermission ends. I got to pack up, run downstairs, get in my car, drive to CHGO, get out, rush into the door, get upstairs, and be settled in for the third period to start. So I have 17 minutes?
Yeah.
From start to finish. So I just take what seconds. I have, I chuck it in the back of my car, and then I just run. And then I got home late. So I'm making excuses. That is the reason why your merch is in the back of my car. And I've
got you, Charlie.
He does. Yeah, Rick's got you covered. But if you want to get some food from Charlie, I'm going to tell you how in a little bit.
Okay.
But I think I'm out of stuff, Rick. Oh, I went to Los Angeles Friday.
I, for one, am shocked.
I know. Can you believe it? It was absolutely amazing, too. Can you believe that, too?
No.
It was awesome. It's fun going during the day because you're in Evergreen Park, which is like right in the middle of all of Chicago's political affiliations. So like when you're in Los Angeles and it's not nighttime, lunch, there's always like 2 or 3 groups in there for lunch. Dinner, it's packed.
Yeah.
But you never know what you're going to hear. Oh, I got my hat. There you go.
Yay. It actually works with the shirt, too.
Yeah, we're very maroon today.
Yes.
This is the marooniest podcast ever. All right. I was hoping she was bringing me a cake. Damn it. Okay. Got a very maroon podcast after today. But you never know the conversations you're going to hear. This week, it was anti-vaccine stuff.
Oh.
I'm still not getting the jab. I'm like, it's been 3 years, buddy. Can we?
Right.
So let's move on. See,
the thing is, though, that could have meant a job too, which could also be true.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
A jab. I'm not getting a jab. You're right. See, maybe that's what he was saying all along.
Yeah.
I refuse to get a jab at the Jewels. And it could work that way both.
Yes. See,
a jab or a jab. Damn it. I want to go back and ask him. Hi, sir. Were you talking about vaccines or jabs? All right, we're stupid. All right, you ready to get to Ask a Fat?
Let's do it.
Ask a Fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the Fats.
All right, as always, Ask a Fat is brought to you by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy. And here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay, and happy birthday. This week's holiday menu is the same as last week: maple pepper, chorizo, and rosemary. Bacon jams are the bourbon and the original. If you've already placed your order with me, you will get it before Christmas. I have a lot of you to get to and a lot of bacon to get out and ready to go. But if it is placed already, you will get it before Christmas. If you place it by Wednesday this week, maybe even Thursday, I can probably get it for you before Christmas. But after that, no guarantees. So the sooner the better you place those orders, the sooner you get your bacon. The ground bacon special is already sold out. Thank you all for placing those orders. We'll see if I don't do that again in the future. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
All right, get yourself some bacon. It's very easy to do. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com, at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, or at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. Still got time to get those orders for Christmas, so jump on it. Do it. Be the hero of your holiday party with some great bacon from Charlie the Bacon Guy. And thank you to everybody for taking advantage of the free ground bacon offer that Charlie had, or it wasn't free. It was like $5 or so, whatever.
Yeah,
the deal that Charlie had for I'm Fat Podcast only listeners, that's gone, which means you guys are taking advantage of our sponsors, and we appreciate that. You don't know how much that matters and how much it means. So thank you very much. All right, shall we, Rick? Time to get to the emails.
Should we start in the chat? We got one in the chat.
Let's mix things up here. We do have one in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from Lindsay, our good friend Lindsay. She says, ask a fat. Sure, we have burgers and fries, donuts and burritos, but what other food do you wish could be made portable? Mashed potatoes, bowl of cereal, lasagna?
Actually, especially two of those three are kind of spot on.
Yeah.
Like mashed potatoes and lasagna. I would, there's kind of mashed potatoes if you do like a KFC bowl.
Yeah.
Like you can do that.
Driving though.
Yeah, that's a no-go while driving. But man, lasagna might be, that's pretty good.
So I'm trying, like, if you got mashed potatoes that were thick enough,
yeah,
you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd probably have to pass on gravy.
True.
Because then you're gonna be dripping from like seat to mouth.
Yeah. Now, how many C's thick would those mashed potatoes have to be?
Like probably 3 or 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
They'd have to be pretty lumpy. They'd have to be the kind where you can grab with your fork and then flick your fork and then not fly off.
Oh, okay. So it would have to be okay. Yep.
See, now Russ is a man of ingenuity. He says wrap lasagna in a tortilla and you got something.
Interesting.
See, he's always thinking. Yeah, see, that's the way to do it. What else would be? I'm trying to think of like, I just think Taco Bell is not portable.
No, it's getting less and less portable with time. It feels like,
and the problem is, even if they were to like engineer some sort of hard shell taco that was closed on one end, it's almost like a hard shell pocket. As soon as you bite, the whole thing shatters anyway.
I almost wish if you could put like the bumpers on a bowling lane, if there was a version of that for a quesadilla, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't be falling out of the sides when you're trying to eat your quesadilla. That would be nice.
That's fair. That's a good idea. Boy, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
And now we got a follow up here from Tom, and he says, what is the perfect vehicle food? The perfect vehicle food is nuggets.
Yeah.
Any kind of chicken shaped thing is ideal for the car because they're one bite. They don't have any. I mean, you do got to dip the sauce, which can be a challenge from time to time. But see, this is the problem too. Now, when you get the 20-piece nuggets, they come in a big box.
Yeah.
Instead of the 2 10-piece boxes, because with the 10-piece box, you open it, you put the sauce on the open lid, and you just dip back and forth. With the big box, you've got to create a space for your sauce. So you have to like sift through, find an empty corner, put the sauce in there, and it becomes tough.
True.
So sauce management is not ideal with the 20-piece pack. I will be writing a letter to the McDonald's people.
Yeah. Hope might have it too with mac and cheese. Like,
oh, is that portable?
Yeah, just like mac and cheese balls.
Yeah.
Of any kind, like
Or,
really good mac and cheese balls.
I talked about last week, the mac and cheese empanada.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
that makes it portable.
Put anything, almost anything in empanada form, and like
That's the answer. That's it. Empanadas in Homewood has like a pizza empanada, a buffalo.
Empanada it.
Yeah. What anywhere else should have empanadas, Rick?
Huh?
Off the top of your head, is anywhere else missing empanadas that you can think of?
There's missing empanadas.
Yeah, I think there's one place in particular that you're really salty about that doesn't have a particular empanada.
Yes, this is true.
Mm.
I was trying not to get mad today, but well, here we are, because Taco Bell still refuses A, to be open when they say they're going to be open, B, to be reliable, C, to be portable, and D, to have my goddamn caramel apple empanada.
There it is.
There's few things I want in life. That's one. The caramel apple empanada. This is what I need. And then you know what happens anytime people are like, boy, I hadn't really thought about that. You know what they do? They agree with me.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Taco Bell they're most famous for having stuff people love no longer available.
Yeah.
Not sure how great of a business plan that is.
No, it's not.
All right, just to redirect you and get you back with us, Rick.
Yeah.
Jason has an idea. Put mashed potatoes and gravy in a syringe. I'm not above it.
Putting it right in my bloodstream.
You just inject it into my veins.
Yeah.
That's fine. And Tom says, is the burrito the perfect vehicle food? I'm still going with nuggets. A burrito is easier, but it's still, if you get, like, if they make you, like, sometimes Chipotle, they overpack your burrito.
Yeah.
So it starts to like rip at the bottom and then you're dripping everywhere.
Right. And depending on the meat too, like if you get a steak or something, it's pretty good. But if you get like ground beef to where there's not a true, like the form of the burrito can be a little iffy. Like that's where you could run into some troubles with, like, you take a bite and then there's some spillage out of the other part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Another one from the chat here. Jason says, is there a full box of cereal you think you could eat in one sitting? No. A whole box, like from start to finish of cereal?
Are we saying in like over the course of, like, if I'm sitting around just like watching sports all day?
I would think he's meaning in the terms of like a meal. Like, could you sit down start to finish about? I guess you could say like in the course of a football game. Could you finish an entire box of cereal? That's tough.
I could probably do it with honeycomb.
Okay. Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, probably. Like honeycomb, Kicks, like some of those like that are just like a little bit of honey in there, but nothing like too much to where, you know, like the sweetness is not going to like completely kill you. Like those are probably the ones where you'd have a chance.
I just feel like it's so much like expandable carbs.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Once it's in your stomach, it's going to start to like bloat a lot.
Yeah.
And I think you'd also have to eat it like snacks, like with your hand.
Well, yeah, that's how I eat cereal.
Not with milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could take down any single box of cereal in one sitting.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's better to eat cereal like me.
I'd eat it that way too.
No milk.
I don't do milk on cereal either.
Okay.
No, I don't. It makes it soggy and it makes it gross. And I don't want
it to be a race against time.
No, yeah, I don't like milk on cereal, so I eat it the same way. But the only time I will do milk is with Cocoa Puffs, because then you get chocolate milk at the end.
Sure, I can understand that.
Yeah. By the way, I've been on a chocolate milk kick lately.
Yeah?
Twice last week I went and got Nesquik. I don't know why. It's good. My niece had it at breakfast last week. I'm like, God, that looks good.
I can't think of the last time I had chocolate milk. I haven't had just straight milk in a while.
No.
Probably been too long.
I was allergic to I would get sick from milk as a kid.
Really?
Yeah. So I never had it as a kid. So that's part of it. Like, there's people that just like, I drink a glass of milk. Like, I can't do that.
Okay. See, I did.
But as a kid, it made me sick. So.
Oh no, I would drink glasses of milk all the time as a kid.
No, I just don't. That whole the taste of it and everything grosses me out. I can have it with stuff.
Yeah.
I could dip a cookie in it, or I can have it now and again in cereal.
Okay.
But I mostly opt for dry cereal.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the emails here.
Mhm.
Again, email us, imfatpod@gmail.com. And for the love of God, leave us a voicemail.
Yeah.
858-858-3314. This is from Chris. He says, if you're like me, all of your social media feeds are replete with these ads selling t-shirts for fats. You know the ones. Fat guy puts on a t-shirt, claims to no longer look fat, and draws the attention of cute normie girls. What is your opinion of these ads? First of all, how dumb do they think we are? Wait, don't answer that. Secondly, their plan to sell shirts is to fat shame their customers. What the actual F? In XL solidarity, Chris. So I know what you're talking about. These shirts are like, oh, they're like a push-up bra for men.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say, and we were talking about this last night off the air as friends. Body positivity is important for whatever size you are, or me, or fat, or in between, or whatever.
Yep.
But if it makes you feel better and more confident, go for it.
Sure.
I don't think that it's going to make enough of a difference. Especially, like, here's the thing. If this was sold in a store, like Target or something, would I grab one and go try it on in the fitting room and see how it looks?
Exactly.
Yes. But when I have to go on a social media app, open a website I've never been to before and will never go to again, place an order with a company I don't know, that's a tough ask for me.
Yep.
So if someone has bought these, let us know, and let us know if they work. But I just find shirts that work for me.
Yeah, one thing with those that is seems like a standard practice is, okay, it's bigger in the stomach area, but it's like tighter in the arms, where like the shirt I'm wearing now is like a normal sleeve, just like a normal. It's not tighter in the sleeve. If it gets, yeah, like if it's too tight in the sleeve, then it's going to be a problem, and I'm going to be picking at that the entire day.
Yeah.
As opposed to like picking at my, like the chest or the stomach area, and it's going to be just as annoying. Like, I get it for maybe guys that are maybe not quite true fats, but maybe they have like just more traditional dad bod, where maybe their arms are still fine to where, that would be good for them. But for some of us, you don't really want the super tight arms either.
Well, I know. So, like, if you see somebody
say something,
in a shirt, and usually you'll say most people look better in things that fit them more tightly, right? And I'll even look at like another fat guy and say, "Oh, the shirt looks good. It's like tight on your arms. It makes your arms look buff."
Yeah,
and you're not like wearing this big baggy shirt. But as a fat, I want something I'm comfortable in, and I'm not constantly clutching and grabbing at.
Yep.
So if something is going to be too tight on me, then I'm going to be physically uncomfortable, and then I'm going to lack confidence. And then I'm going to be constantly pulling on the shirt and trying to like perfectly lay it so I'm not so self-conscious when I sit down is my gut in. So I'd rather have something with a little bit of room in it that maybe doesn't fit me perfectly because I just feel better in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of the confidence too, is how do I feel physically wearing this? Because if I'm feeling like bound up and everything's tight, then I'm not comfortable and I'm not going to feel good.
One thing I will say is the CHGO shirts are like I feel like they're almost perfect. Like they're
great,
just a little tighter in the arm, but not like to a point where I'm feeling really self-conscious about it. And just like it's actually a pretty good fit.
They use a really good company with their shirts, and this one I'm wearing, I think it's called Canvas, is the brand. Like
I've heard of that.
Like a lot of like rock bands and people that sell their own merch use this Canvas brand.
Yeah.
And these are the tri, and I think this is what's a T Public too, by the way. If you get the tri blend instead of like the classic tee is cotton. The cotton t-shirt, like what Rick is wearing. What I'm wearing, this is from Grimey's in Nashville, but this is like a tri blend. So the Canvas tri blend, I'll buy any shirt in double X from that company. It just fits me great. So that's a perfect fit for me.
And of course, my brain took that and went Canvas tri blend.
Well, you're a
I'm an idiot too. So there's that. Yep.
All right, let's get to the final voicemail of the show before we wrap this bad boy up.
Or an email. All right.
That's what I said in my mind.
This one. Oh, see who this is signed by. Kenny Owens from LaGrange Park. There's a shout out for score people.
He's back.
Yes. Hey, Fats. No, I'm not going to do that. Hello, Fats. I couldn't find your fax number, so I guess an email will have to do.
The Barrett's home theater fax machine.
Yes. Oh, my
sorry,
God.
It's not working.
First of all, I love the pod and listen every week. A few things I'd like to touch on. Beef Shack has the best beef in the area, hands down. If you haven't given it a try, I highly recommend getting the beef sausage combo with mozzarella. It's the best. What is your guys' thoughts about Mariano's buying Jewel out? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't go to the Jewels and buy pizza puff from Chef's Kitchen. Sincerely, Kenny Owens from LaGrange Park.
Interesting. I don't think Jewel's going to change much.
Probably not.
I don't think it's going to like become Mariano's. Maybe. But it means I got easier access to those amazing Kroger pizza rolls.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about that. I know Jewel is like the traditional Chicago place, but
yeah,
I've dealt with Mariano's Pharmacy a lot for my parents, and they're wonderful. The Jewel Pharmacy is great too, which is what I use.
Yeah.
But food wise, like it's all kind of the same stuff. Like I don't know.
Yeah, just kind of.
That stuff doesn't bug me. I know a lot of people get upset about like, oh, I'll never call it Willis Tower. Like, well, Sears is also a brand name. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
And the name of the White Sox field, it's once it's not Comiskey, it's whatever company it is. Who cares, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
if the United Center changes to the Pepsi Center, I'll never call it that. Like, who cares? It's a brand name.
Yeah. It's all corporate sponsorship, so whatever.
Right.
We're not seeing the money, so who gives a crap?
It's like Wrigley is a company name. As far as Beef Shack goes, I've never been to Beef Shack. I'm looking at their website.
Yeah.
Elgin.
Yep.
Bartlett. Huntley.
Coming
soon to St. Charles and Oswego.
Wasn't there beef? I thought there was maybe it closed and it's like reopening. I thought there was a Beef Shack in St. Charles.
I don't know.
Oh, it had permanently closed. Well,
okay.
Maybe not so permanently.
This is opening soon, 2015 West Main Street.
2015 West Main Street. Okay.
And then there's another one in Elgin on Randall Road, which is, they have some kind of sticker under there, but I don't know if it says.
Oh, so it's opening up at the same spot it was at in St. Charles.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Nobody bought the building and there was enough time for them to get back on their feet and reopen it. That's awesome.
Have you been?
I think I went once, but I just don't remember it.
Okay. Well,
oh no, I might have to go again.
No, show research. I always hate those projects.
Yes, that seems terrible.
Yeah. Well, let us know. The menu looks good. And it says home of the cheesy beef. There's no bad words there, as Rick says.
Go to Beef Shack. Okay, cool. That's written down.
Steber says Beef Shack in St. Charles has been under construction for 100 years. It's an ongoing joke in St. Charles family groups on Facebook. Okay, well.
And those places are always a hoot. Those family groups on Facebook.
Oh, was that gunshots? No, I just shut my door. My God, relax. Not everyone is shooting at you.
Right.
Granny. Even though I'm approaching them in age now.
Yeah, your people.
Yeah, my people. That's all right. It's been a good food weekend. I had Rosie's, I had Taqueria Harabe, and Frankie's beef in Oakland, bringing that to my parents.
There you go.
I had my char-cake-erie yesterday. So the only thing I haven't had yet is a cookie cake.
I mean, those cookies were almost big enough to be considered like small cookie cakes.
But Mitch was usually my go-to for the cookie cake.
Yeah.
And Mitch is no longer my boss. So I don't know if I'm going to get one. So we'll see. Stay tuned for next week's episode where I reveal whether or not I've received a cookie cake or not.
And by received, he means bought one for himself.
I can do it. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Alone. I do what I want. I'm grown.
Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm not at all. Like, believe me, I forget who it was. Someone put in the chat that they housed a box of the white chocolate covered Oreos this week.
I did.
Yeah. You know what I did? I housed 2 of them. So
challenge. The gauntlet's been thrown down, Jake Davis.
Jason, okay. All right. Follow the podcast on social media at I'm Fat Pod, I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check out Patreon if you like. I'mFatMerch.com takes you right to our T Public shop. Even if you're not looking for our stuff, use that link and we get a little bit of a kickback, which is great. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe and hit like on the video. That helps us out greatly, along with subscribing, unsubscribing, resubscribing, unsubscribing, and resubscribing to the podcast, rating and reviewing. Haven't had a review in quite a while. And check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Frato's Culinary Kitchen. He's Jay. He's old. I'm Rick. I'm not as old, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Well done, Rick.
Yes.